Hello, this is going to be a reading for Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is the 13th sign. It is between Scorpio and Sagittarius. Ophiuchus is observed between November 30th and December 17th, so you might fall into that category. Ophiuchus doesn't have an element or a planet necessarily. Pluto is usually associated with Ophiuchus, the healer, also the destroyer. What else? Ophiuchus is not water or fire. Since it's between the two, it's often referred to as plasma or ether. And it represents the 13th sign that they're very afraid of. It's the real bringer of death. You know, they give that to Scorpio, which is really not for Scorpio. Scorpio is the mother. So they're giving the black energy, the death energy to the mother, which is causing a lot of imbalance. It goes to the healer, which is Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus also represents Cinderella. Cinderella is about the foot. And, you know, being the real Empress, you know, she's the one that the Emperor is looking for, you know, who had on the glass slipper. And everybody, all the jealous sisters and everybody's trying to push Ophiuchus out or act like, oh no, don't, Ophiuchus is, what you looking at? Ophiuchus isn't behind me. Like, that's how, so a lot of jealousy is associated with Ophiuchus. The Cinderella story basically is associated with Ophiuchus. So, let's see. This is my first time doing this. I am an Ophiuchus. I'm a Sag. I'm a Scorpio, but I'm also in my favorite chart to follow, which I think really says who I am. I'm Ophiuchus. Ace of Cups. I love it, Ophiuchus. Let's get it. This is healing. This is everything that you need to heal. And that's all you need. If you can heal, you can do whatever it is that you're supposed to do, because that is your job, is to heal. And this is the water. This is telling me healing of the waters, feminine energy, black women specifically, and black men, because the men are so imbalanced in the waters. It's a good thing Spirit knows that. They've been putting all that estrogen and stuff in the water to clean it, which is causing men to feel like they're gay and causing women to have fibroids and things like that and be infertile and imbalanced in their hormones. Everybody is hormonally imbalanced because of the water. Everything is everything. If they're putting shit in the water, the women are going to start acting crazy like the water, and then the oceans are going to start washing up black shit and smelly shit, funky shit, you know, because that's, everything is everything here, you guys. We're in an enclosed system, and we can't do things wrong and think that it's not going to show up in our environment, because it is. We have the Ace of Wands, and we have this Four of Cups in the reverse. Four of Cups in the reverse is somebody seeing the gift. Somebody seeing this Ace of Cups, understanding the assignment with the Ace of Wands, healing, energy. Also, water and fire. I really feel like I'm tapped into this Ophiuchus energy. With the Cinderella story, you being outside of the group, the Three of Cups, everybody's celebrating and you're like, I just don't feel connected. You know, I know we celebrate and I probably paid for the party, but I'm not getting everything that I need from here. This is giving me the Scorpio reading too. Ophiuchus should always watch Scorpio and Sagittarius. Even if you don't consider yourself an Ophiuchus, if you fall between November 30th and December 17th, you need to watch Scorpio and Sagittarius. I promise you, both of them will be like, what am I? Am I a Scorpio or am I a Sagittarius? Like, for real. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse that came out in the collective reading in the same position, I think. And we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. This is people not being able to fight you fair. You know, it's like everybody's at a hiatus because, you know, they can't fight you fair. This King of Pentacles in the reverse is a earth sign. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This is someone who's supposed to be a protector. I mentioned Hathor energy and the sacrifice of the Empress in the collective reading. That's what a lot of these men are doing and have been pretty much brainwashed into doing, even if they don't know they're doing it. They're doing it. The bull represents the sons of Hathor. They always represented the pharaohs, the ones that are supposed to take care of the cows and the other flock. The bull is the one that he whoops ass. He keeps everybody away. You don't want to mess with him. But they're weakening that energy for us. Also, the white buffalo lady that came in with a prophecy. A buffalo is a bovine animal, like a cow. They're matriarchal energies. The mother is the head. There's a head mother. You know, they don't have a patriarchal system, these animals. And the animals are a lot more connected to the earth than we are. Elephants are the same way. It's about the matriarchy. These big, strong animals, the hippo. Hippo is a very powerful, feminine goddess. Taurus energy in the reverse, to me, because of all the bulls everywhere. Very greedy, selfish, bullheaded. This person doesn't care if they're right or wrong. They don't care. They're going to do what they want to do. They're going to do what they think makes them look good, regardless if it's right or wrong. Somebody is the full energy in the reverse. Let's see. Holding back, indecision, hesitation, recklessness, fearlessness, bad choices, taking risks. 10 of Wands in the reverse. I feel like this King of Pentacles was a fool. I feel like somebody might have tried to put you off as a fool. That's funny that this 4 of Cups in the reverse and the 4 of Cups in the reverse is here too. And it's about seeing this cup of love, seeing this. Here, in the upright, he doesn't see it. But in the reverse, he does see it. He sees the blessing in being away from these people. Yeah, because somebody was keeping you foolish. You know, the partying and the drinking and hanging out is fun. But I feel like it may have been too much of it. It was messing with your innocence. Or these people aren't innocent. You know, they're reckless. They're risk takers. They are fearless. You know, you're not supposed to be fearless. Fear is a very strong emotion, and it's very powerful. It keeps you from getting fucked up sometimes. When you feel that fear and you're like, that flight or fight response comes in, you got to know when to fight and when to flight, or else you might not be here anymore. I feel like this King of Pentacles is going to have to do something all on his own, and he's not going to be able to carry that burden. I just flipped it over. It was the 10 of Swords, but I was done. It's a King of Cups here in the reverse. I think somebody is very unloving, and that's why the universe is giving you this cup. I feel like there's these men coming up against you as well. Could be a lot of men coming up against this Ophiuchus energy, who is a feminine energy. She's a feminine, and she does represent the phoenix. She's very karmic. She represents the healing, the medical, the nuns, the nurses, even religion. all the experiments and stuff I talk about with the High Priestess, those things that were done, you should look into that, and then it'll give you a different, I'll post some stuff. It'll give you a different idea of the freaking High Priestess. You'll be like, oh, this bitch is. The problem is the secrets. That's the problem. People trying to hoard knowledge and keep everybody else foolish, and then the planet is not able to evolve because these people are hiding the knowledge, and they're not evolved. The people that know the knowledge aren't evolved. They're King of Pentacles in reverse, you know. The King of Cups is cold, bad advice, emotional manipulation, moodiness, self-compassion, and inner feelings. Sounds a lot like what I was talking about with this King of Pentacles. He doesn't care about right or wrong. He's you know, when Moses went to talk to the Pharaoh, right, about, you know, letting these people go so that they can have time to worship their own God and, you know, come into their own energy, you know, God said that he hardened the heart of Pharaoh. That's what this is giving me with the bull and everything. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. Wow, the Six of Cups in the reverse and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Someone can't move away from all of this. This is the fortune. The Wheel of Fortune keeps coming out. You know, Ophiuchus represents the Most High. This is the pantheon, the zodiac pantheon, and Ophiuchus is like sitting on top. The only thing that's there is the foot. That's why it's like, I'm trying to find God, you know. The Emperor is, and that's what the hero journey is. He's trying to find Ophiuchus. He's trying to break out of the wheel, the circle. It's a curse. The circle, the red circle, the zodiac wheel, it's really a curse. Ophiuchus is it's not a circle, it's a U with the water, because it's opening up that circle. You know, when you use Ophiuchus, and that's why I decided to start reading for Ophiuchus. Because I know my spiritual power, and that I have to start speaking things for them to be revealed. Somebody's plans aren't working, but we're not really there yet. Yeah, but somebody had a plan. I feel like it's this King of Pentacles. I think this King of Pentacles and this King of Cups is the same person. Like I was saying, like Pharaoh, God allowed the spirits to harden Pharaoh's heart. And that was only because God didn't want Pharaoh. God, well, in this story, was like, screw Pharaoh. I don't want him. You know, I don't want to give him no chance. Harden his heart. Don't give him any compassion, because it's going to be worse for him. And they all end up drowning, you know. Keep talking about the waters and the black magic. It's the reason why I'm talking about that. The Bible is such an amazing book when you know how to read it. You understand right and wrong. And okay, you're not giving people passes. Reminds me of the freaking Scorpio reading, because their judgment, you got to be fair in your judgment. You can't give nobody a pass, not when you're God. Not when you're God. You got to judge everybody fairly, even your mama, your sister, your grandma, your auntie. You can't let certain people get away with things and be God. You can't do it. The Death. Scorpionic energy. Something is dying. Or something is being rebirthed. Again, this is your energy as well. Ophiuchus, that death, that rebirth, that Plutonian energy that you and Scorpio share. I love my Ophiuchus, because I always tell Scorpio, you gotta accept your negative side. And then Sagittarius is the optimist. You know, so they're so... And then Ophiuchus is that middle. I just love it. I love it. I love Ophiuchus. So we have death and we have the moon. So something is hidden. This is very scorpionic energy. Cancerian as well. could be something going on with the home, these 3 people that you celebrate with, or these people you celebrate with, and you realize there's something secret here. And you know it, you feel it. Very intuitive sign. You always know when things are in balance because you're the healer, and you understand that all illness is imbalance. It's demonic. It's demonic. It can also be angelic. You know, you can't... Okay, so if you want to think about it in terms of the body, you want to think about Dr. Sabi and being alkaline and then being acidic. You need both. You don't want to be more alkaline than acidic. You can die. You can die from being too alkaline. Again, you can die from being too good, too righteous, too... A lot of people have died in that energy. People were slaughtered and killed because you come and you think that what they're doing isn't right and you don't understand it. So you're going to slaughter and kill everybody, and your religion and your angelic thoughts of yourself gives you, you know, makes you feel like you can do that. People die under that energy. You want to be in the middle. That's the healer. That's Ma'at. The King of Pentacles in the upright here. So I feel like somebody has been hidden. I feel like somebody is hidden. And this this King of Pentacles, look at it, opposed to this one. This one has, look, Spirit is holding a pentacle for him. You know, where this one, he's holding his own pentacle. He's in reverse. So... this one I feel like is the real one, and he's being hidden. Maybe that person is needing to be rebirthed. I could be talking to a masculine Ophiuchus who's supposed to be balling and shot calling, but there's people, these people that you're partying with are keeping you in this full energy. Maybe they've even turned you into that. This is giving me the Scorpio reading again. Someone being plucked up and brought into their journey. And it's not to hurt you. It's because you're chosen. You're loved. And God doesn't harden your heart when he loves you. He corrects you. Doesn't allow you to harden your heart. Somebody has to walk away from something emotionally with the 8 of Cups in the reverse. Or they can't, oh, okay, I feel somebody can't get away from this Tower. Uranus, Scorpionic energy. Uranus also Aries to me. Yeah, somebody, this is a 10 of Pentacles. Somebody took somebody's whole legacy. The 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. Wow, it's somebody, and this is secret. And you feel it. Somebody might be going into poverty. This is giving me the Scorpio reading. That's why I always say, you got to watch Scorpio. If you're Ophiuchus or Sagittarius and you fall into that and you're before December 17th, look into Scorpio's reading. That's how you're able to try to piece together an Ophiuchus reading. Somebody can't walk away from this poverty. They're going to see it. And somebody else is going to get the blessing that they're supposed to get. And I don't feel like it's here. I feel like you got to go away. You got to get away from these people. Go on your journey. Work on your spiritual self. Virgo energy. The Hermit. Yeah. Four of Wands. This is going to bring you into celebration. A new home. And a new home is just where you are. You are where home is. You know, where the people are that you love and get along with. And maybe that's not even that. Maybe your idea of home is by yourself, you know, but, you know, this is where you feel comfortable. This is being able to feel comfortable. This is dropping these burdens. Yeah, I feel like this was turning you. Maybe Spirit isn't hardening your heart. Maybe he's trying to, let you know, but you're not listening. This is a Taurus energy could be very stubborn. I think especially the masculine energy. Jesus. The Sun in reverse. Then we have this Four of Pentacles here. Like somebody doesn't want to let go of something, or they feel like somebody owes them something. But somebody is a miser. There is something hidden that has to do with a lot of money. A whole fucking lot of money. Probably a big ass pile of money as tall as a mountain. Like that's all I'm seeing is like a big pile of money. Like as tall as you are. The Five of Swords. Yeah, it's something. Somebody tried to sacrifice somebody. Maybe there's a home owed here. There's a home and money. Look at these people are like offering money up to this person. That's very scorpionic energy. Other people's money. Also Ophiuchus. Again, the Cinderella. That's her destiny. She's supposed to be married to the prince. And they're like trying to hide and stick their big old foot in the slipper. And, that's Ophiuchus energy. But here it's like the prince found her. Somebody tried to sacrifice this energy with lies. Doesn't have to be spell work. I don't see that here. Judgment in reverse. It wasn't a good idea. Give me one more for this Five of Swords. The Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah, there's a whole family. The Hierophant has come out in all three of the readings that I've just done. Collective, Scorpio, and now Ophiuchus. This is definitely about a family hiding some money, a house, all kind of shit here. I think that somebody was doing too much for people, holding all the burdens, and you're dropping it. You're dropping the burden. Maybe you're going to buy yourself a small home or something that's stable for you. You're going to put yourself in the position where you're looking out for yourself. Ophiuchus, it's giving me put on your mask first before you help your neighbor, because you might help them and then run out of oxygen and then they don't even know how to do, then who's going to help you? Nobody. You got to help yourself first because you were paying attention and now you understand you can help other people. You might help somebody that ain't worth a damn, can't help nobody, And that's Ophiuchus. You're the healer and you want to heal everybody. And everybody, there's vampires here. And a vampire is an undead and they can't heal nothing. A witch or a vampire cannot heal anything. They can't do it. They need the spirits to fake it because that's all they do is act. A healer can heal. And a healer can heal because they've faced those demons. And a lot of times they've made peace with them. So when they see the spirit again, in someone else, they could say, hey man, why are you doing that to this person now? It's a dialogue because I know you. There's scriptures in the Bible where Jesus gave his disciples the power to be able to call out spirits. And they went to this certain place and tried to call out the spirit. The spirit said, who are you? I don't know you. You don't got no authority here. It's because certain spirits, you got to have authority. You got to know them. He said, I don't know you. I don't know you ain't. Because this is a powerful spirit. And you have had to make peace with it in order to even be known by it. And once it knows you and you made peace with it, it won't cross you again. And then you're also able to have dialogue with these very powerful spirits that are not petty. These are witches and warlocks sending these spirits off. And they're getting the spirits in the same way that they're getting the people. And imagine being a spirit, you live for thousands of years. We only live 100 years. That's nothing to a spirit. A spirit could do 100 years in the slammer easy. But imagine having to do thousands of years locked up. And, you know, with people taking your children and trafficking your children and stuff like that. It's the same thing. The same tactics they use on us to keep us in line, keep us in fear, are the same things they do to the spirits. Because they also have children too and stuff like that. That's what Warcraft was about. I think with the ogres, they represent the nature, the more natural animalistic energy. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Cups, and then we got the Ophiuchus. That's the symbol for Ophiuchus, really, the caduceus. And the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Oh no, this was in the reverse. This Two of Cups. I feel like this is not about you looking for somebody outside of yourself, Ophiuchus. This is about you coming back into yourself. Okay. This is about you coming back into yourself and becoming that God again, becoming that God body, that angel energy where you help open this curse up for everybody. And that's what we're supposed to be doing as Ophiuchuses. We're supposed to be busting out of the zodiac wheel, helping everybody ascend. That's what this is about. You don't want to be in the globe system because it's just a system. It's an AI system. Doesn't mean that the globe, but the earth, and it's not real, and we're in, you know, it's just a system that we're living under. And Ophiuchus helps you break out of that because it helps you be self-sufficient because you are a healer now. When you can heal, you don't need nobody. You don't need nothing. You are a self-sufficient, sovereign person. This medical stuff and messing with our mind because our mind and is making the wrong decisions and the wrong judgments is also helping to keep us sick. All disease is demonic, all of it. Meaning you can pray it away. Meaning you could do the spiritual work to heal in order to heal. You don't have to cut yourself open. That's the beauty of it all. That's the beauty of the Temperance card. That's the beauty of the Star card. They're naked. Well, the Temperance is it, but the Star is naked. The Star's like, look, I'm going to get healed no matter what the fuck I got to do. Be out here bucket naked in the wilderness. And I'm a human. Because that's Aquarius energy. Once Aquarius knows, that's it. They're going to do what it takes. Because that's how strong they are, you know. And that's the energy that we're in now, you guys. That's the energy that's ruling that cursed wheel. You know, we want to get out of that. We want to ascend like Ophiuchus. Or we want to get the Ophiuchus energy to ascending. So that's what I have. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. And I will see you next time, Ophiuchus. Peace.